So this is the brand new Happyrun F18 mini electric dirt bike, and today we're going to be testing its off-road performance and see how this little monster does out on the trails, as well as tune it. Now if you want to know more about this bike, definitely check out my full review on it. I'll have it linked in the description down below, where I go over everything on this bike. But very quickly, this is a 6,000 watt peak mid-drive motor with a 60 volts 30 amp hour battery, 17-inch front tire, 14 in the rear, hydraulic suspension, pit bike style brakes with dot fluid. Pretty massive situation over here, lots of power. And we did a little mini off-road test just for the review. This terrain is a lot more demanding than where I took it previously. Now, one thing I will note is I think I have a little bit too much air pressure in my tires. I always make that mistake, but it is what it is. Oh man, this thing is just a monster. I can't even go full throttle over here. Got some loose sand over here, no issue whatsoever. But what I'm trying to say is that I will definitely have a lot more grip out here if I were to take some of that air pressure down a little bit. But regardless, I think this bike is just gonna eat this place up. Now we're pulling up to this very bumpy section. See how the suspension handles. Actually very decent. Oh my god. Oh, I can't go full throttle. It's got too much power. Yeah, way too much power over here. And I got way too much air pressure. I feel like the front washing out just a little bit. Alright, so now we've arrived at the infamous hill climb, and I have no doubts in my mind this thing will be able to do it no problem. But just for the sake of this off-road review, we're gonna be doing it. Now, I don't even think, I can literally feather the throttle and this thing is gonna be climbing up here. No problem. Now, this hill never comes across on camera, but it's very steep, and man, this thing just ate it up. No problem at all. What a crazy machine this thing is. Insane power on this bike. Now let's see these brakes, and these are like pit bike style brakes, dot fluid. See how they are. So far they're pretty nice. Might get my camera jammed up over here. Okay. All right. Yeah, really good. Also, I'm very impressed with that suspension. Very good suspension on this bike. Sheesh. This thing just has so much power. It's unbelievable. Now, my initial plan was to connect to the controller, try to tweak some of the settings, and then come out here. But then I kind of thought about it and said, you know what? For those of you who may purchase this bike and want to see its stock performance off-road, let's do the off-road section with the stock tune first, and then we can go back to the house and tweak some of the settings to see if we can get a higher top speed from this little monster. In the review, I was able to get 44.9 miles per hour, which is 1.1 mile per hour off from the advertised speed. That's not bad with my weight on it. Man, this thing is, what a monster. No problem for the suspension, no problem for anything. This thing is a monster, dude. Sheesh. Oh my god. Now with this 60 volts 30 amp hour battery, you should get plenty of range on this thing, enough for pretty decent amount of playtime. Now, one thing I do want to make note of is, in the review I complained on how the rear shock is a little bit too high, which makes the bike sit like at a little bit of a tilt. But I've noticed that the triple clamp was kind of a little bit too low, like there was like 1.5 inches or so of space. So I did open this up and put the fork tubes down a little bit, so now it's flush with the top. It did help fix the situation a little bit. It's still like it was in the review, kind of pushing you forward, but not as much. It helped by more than 50% to fix this problem. So if you get this bike and you experience the same thing, definitely check out your tubes to see how they are, and you can adjust that. That will bring the front up a little bit, fixing that tilt situation. But as far as power, I mean, fuck, this thing is insane. It's so powerful. I still have the other complaint that I have from the original review, and that is that this bike needs a full twist throttle ASAP. So either have Happyrun as a manufacturer change it and have this bike come with full twist throttle, or you can just buy your own and you should be good. Other than that, everything else is pretty decent on this thing. I must say, it's such a beast. It's got so much power, it's insane. Oh my god, this thing is a monster, dude. Now this area is much more demanding than the original initial review I did on this bike. It's a way more extreme off-road section, even if the camera may not seem like it. A lot of the times I come over here and then I go back and edit the review, and when I look at the footage, I'm like, dude, why were you scared? You could have went a little bit faster here, a little bit faster there. But it always looks like that on film, and trust me, it's not like that in real life. So I'm also not a crazy professional rider here. I'm giving it my best on this small little bike, so please bear with me. If you're Superman and you can go 40 miles an hour here, go for it. I can't. But what I'm trying to say is this terrain is a lot more extreme than what it looks like. But anyways, I think that was sufficient enough to show you what this thing is capable of doing off-road. Let's jump in the house and connect this controller to see if we can get a higher top speed. Let's go. All right, so that off-road section was really fun. This bike is absolutely insane. Me moving the triple clamp up from the original way it came definitely helped a lot. And I also rerouted the brake line properly, so now that's a lot better. But let's try to connect to this controller and see if we can get a little bit more top speed. Now the controller is housed behind this metal bracket here, so I may have to remove the plastics or maybe the seat. Let me see how I can connect to this controller in order to tune it, and we'll be right back. All right, so I had to remove all the plastics real quick, the seat, the little tank, and this is our controller over here. Now, if you look over here, hopefully you can zoom in. Look at that, it says output current 260 amps. That is really good. So I'm hoping, I can't really see any of the Bluetooth dongle situation here. I'm gonna try to maybe remove that and see if I can find it, and then we'll get back to it. All right, so I learned a few things about this bike. I was wrong. This is not a far driver controller. This is the same type of a controller that the Cronje X1 Spark uses, and it actually has a built-in Bluetooth situation. You do have to use a different app for it. I did download it. It's called Talon Electric, and we'll try to connect to this bike and see if we can tweak some of the settings. I just want to beat our 44.9 miles per hour. If I'm able to do that, even by 1 mile per hour, then I'd consider this a success. So technically I took out all the plastics for no reason. There's no need to do that. You can just connect to it without using a dongle, which is a good thing. And let me throw everything back on and then we'll connect to this bike. All right, so everything is back together. Just a few bolts, nothing too crazy. Pretty easy to put it back together. Now I'm gonna turn the battery on. Let's turn the app on, turn the bike on. All right, so this is what the app looks like, and we want to Bluetooth connection, and it's called, this is what it's called. And we are connected. Looks like we're running 80 amps. So let's try to move that up a little bit. I'm not 100% sure what this battery is capable of doing. We'll go to settings. And I think basic controls. No. Yeah, this app is a little bit different. We're gonna have to go to motor parameters. All right, so let's try the rated speed, 2400. Okay, perfect. Let's go 8,000. I know it's not gonna hit that, but we want to change that anyways. Oh, it did not want to save. Okay, it's stuck at 2400. Okay, let's try 5,000. It says okay, but it's not changing it. That's weird. All right. Rated current 80. Can we go to 100? Will that save? Huh, that's weird. It does not want to save it. Let's try 90. That is crazy. It doesn't want to save. Why not? Oh, it did save the RPM. Alright, maybe we have to close and come back. Oh, we did. Alright, 90. That's perfect. Alright, so let's try. That was weird. It takes it a second to save. Let's try 100 and see what happens. Okay, close that. Open up. Yep, we are at 100. Alright. Does the bike work? Oh, it does. Okay. So I don't want to push the battery too hard. We'll go to 100 and take it from there. That's enough for the app. Okay, so that seemed to work. Hopefully the battery doesn't shut on us, but I have my phone with me out there in case I need to connect again. Let's take it outside and see if we can break that speed record. All right, this is the moment of truth. Let's see if our tweaks did anything. I got my GPS app open. Let's reset that speed. Reset max speed. Sweet. Throw that in my pocket. And let's see, can we beat 44.9 miles per hour on this bike? Now, when I did that test, the speedometer showed 45, which is what it's showing now. I'm gonna tuck in. Please excuse the camera angle. And hopefully, man, this thing's flying, bro. Oh my God. Okay, I don't know. That speedometer did not pass 45 miles an hour, so we may have not done anything with all these tweaks, but only one way to find out. I told you, even if it's 1 mile per hour faster, I'd be happy. Oh yeah, there you go. 46.5 miles per hour. Let's go. So a small little gain, but that's kind of what I thought we'd get. I honestly feel like we're just limited by the battery at this point. So we went from 44.9 to 46.5. Not much of a change, but like I said earlier, if I can get even 1 mile per hour faster, I'd be happy. So I consider this a success, especially since you don't have to purchase anything. So you don't need to buy a Bluetooth dongle for this. This controller, which is not a far driver controller, has a built-in Bluetooth situation receiver. So you're able to just connect to it. All you have to do is download a free app, change a couple of settings, and get faster top speed. I definitely consider this a success. I'll have a link in the description along with a discount code if you're interested in this bike, and I'll also have a link to the full review of this brand new electric dirt bike. But that's pretty much it for me, guys. I appreciate you guys watching as always, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.